brother! Ben, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is unique to other franchises in that we're being retold a lot of stories, but often in very creative and different ways from the original source material. Like, of course, they're very frequently pulling inspiration from all of the comics, but they're not following it to a T, and unlike a lot of other book adaptations and stuff, people tend to just roll with it. They're not like, hey, wait a second! I mean, it's not like if you've read Harry Potter and when you see the movies, you pretty much know what's gonna happen. You just have to wait and see which beloved detail they decided to leave out.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
I mean, how could you not have blast-ended Scroots? But even if you've read the comics, you probably don't know exactly what's gonna happen next. I mean, Thanos himself is just so different from comics Thanos, whose whole motivation is to impress Lady Death by killing as many people as possible. And obviously they abandoned that plot line, and if you ask me, it's for the better because he's now such a much more compelling villain. And it's not like they can just pull Lady Death out of nowhere because, well, I mean, because Thanos destroyed it.
Nowhere? It's a place. We've been there. It sucks.
No, but what I really mean is they can't just pull the character out of thin air. Unless... In case you missed our big announcement last weekend, Ben and I have just launched a brand new coffee company, Carlin Brothers Coffee. We are now accepting pre-orders. You can buy coffee and cold brew and t-shirts and mugs and a couple other things, all available at carlinbrotherscoffee.com. Everything should ship by the first week of November. Back to Thanos. The current issue with him going forward into Avengers 4 is that at the moment, he could maybe still be considered a good guy. I don't know if I feel comfortable calling him a good guy. He did kill half the universe, but my point is his plan will probably work in terms of conserving resources and increasing the longevity of everyone and the universe. But like, that was it. Mission accomplished. His mission was just to help the universe in his own terrible way, but that's over. He wasn't trying to rule the universe, so what's he gonna do next? I mean, he has to have something to do in Avengers 4, right? All we have so far is what he's told Doctor Strange.
I finally rest and watch the sunrise on a grateful universe.
Okay, but we already saw you do that, man. That's like one morning. You gotta have a few more days planned out if you ask me. Can't you just imagine him waking up on the second morning and checking his to-do list like, okay, kill half universe, right? Watch sunrise. It was beautiful, although my last mission did take a lot longer. He makes it sound like he has no other plans to execute. Like the whole mission was just snap and chill. But that being said, he is not shy about how smart he thinks he is.
I'm the only one who knows that. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
The question is, though, who could possibly motivate Thanos to go out on such a venture? And I think based on the thumbnail, you can probably guess who we're going to suggest. None other than Thor's older sister, Hela. Like we said earlier, in the comics, Thanos isn't motivated by some noble statistics class he took in his freshman year in college. He's trying to kill as many people as possible to impress Lady Death. It's like when a cat brings you a mouse and is like, are you impressed with me? Except instead of a dead mouse, it's half the universe, and instead of a cat, it's Thanos, and instead of you being pressed, you're still like, meh. You know, this is a bad metaphor. But the MCU doesn't even have a Lady Death for Thanos to even be trying to impress. What they do have, though, is Hela,
the goddess of death.
Can't you guys just see it? Thanos and Hela sitting in a tree. K-I-L-L-I-N-G. Hela is hands down the second most powerful villain in the entire MCU, if not maybe even more powerful than Thanos himself. And her relationship to death makes her the perfect candidate to be the one to get Thanos off his purple butt and out there conquering the galaxy. I mean, at one point she literally says,
"We were once the seat of absolute power in the cosmos. Our supremacy was unchallenged. Our destiny is to rule over all others."
The word from that little quote that really stands out to me is destiny. Why? Because one purple bedazzled mitten-wearing titan literally refers to himself as Destiny at the beginning of Infinity War.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
Hela is looking to fulfill destiny. Thanos says he is destiny. Like, come on guys, isn't this just so cute? And you might be thinking, Jay, this sounds great, except one minor problem. I seem to recall at the end of Thor Ragnarok, one Hela getting stabbed in the face with a 1,000-foot lava sword that also blew up the rest of Asgard. And you are right, that did happen, and not gonna lie, she did look super dead at the end of that. But what does being dead even mean in the MCU?
Well, he's been dead before.
And for that matter, what would you have called Hela during the entire time she was locked away by Odin? And your answer might be, well, I'd call her imprisoned by Odin, and you would be right. But where was she imprisoned? In hell, which is not the hell as we know it. It's missing an L. But it is a very interesting place in the MCU because, for one, it is the home of the dead who are neither honored nor dishonored. Which, if I'm reading that right, means if you're dead, you're in hell. And this place isn't just a convenient plot device for Hela. They reference it a lot even before she's introduced. You can hear Thor, Loki, and Heimdall talking about it.
Gates of hell are filled with the screams of his victims.
Right, so dead, but still screaming? Loki promises Algrim he'll see him there in Dark World.
See you in hell, monster.
And Heimdall says he actually sees Thor leading them there.
They see everything. They see you leading us to hell.
Now, that last one does happen during a vision, but if this is all to say, the rules of being dead seem a little murky. It's weird because all of the Asgardians talk about it as a place you go when you die, but then you can also literally physically just go there. It's literally one of the 9 realms, or at least part of Niflheim, which is one of the 9 realms. So I don't know exactly how it works. Maybe this sort of death only applies to Asgardians, but either way, Hela was an Asgardian, so you'd think maybe she's just gonna end right back up there again? Which personally, I don't think would be much of an issue for her because she almost escaped there once before. Remember that really slow-mo scene where the Valkyries are attacking her? They're doing that because she's about to escape. They fail to stop her, which is why Odin has to step in and lock her away there with his life.
My life was all that held her back, but my time has come.
All I'm trying to say is, if she died and went to hell, it sounds like there's a way for her to come back. And even if she can't personally escape from hell, or she's actually dead in some other way, we have to remember that Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet and can pretty much do whatever he wants with it. And it sounds like he's got a lot of free time. Maybe I should start a garden. Could someone have told me sunrises don't take eternities? Or maybe Thor will visit Hell in Avengers 4 in an attempt to find those affected by the snap. Or even those who weren't killed by the snap. Heimdall and Loki were both killed in alternate ways, and of course, are Asgardian. And let's go back to that line from Heimdall.
They see you leading us to hell.
Maybe it's not to hell, but from hell. It's a location, like we said, that you can physically go to, and we've actually seen Thor go there before. And now Thor can summon the Bifrost with Stormbreaker. That gives him a way to get there, and if this happens, it's a possible way to reintroduce Loki and Heimdall, who can see everything.
Oh, come home. I saw you coming.
Of course you did.
Having Heimdall back means they have a potential way to find Thanos, and maybe gives them the entire Asgardian army back, and maybe they run into Hela there, which would reintroduce her to the story. But then the question becomes, does Thanos already know Hela? And believe it or not, there are quite a few pieces of evidence to totally suggest that he does. First of all is this super cryptic remark he gives to Gamora just before he kills her.
I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again.
Sorry, what? What does that mean? You ignored your destiny once before? Like, what are you talking about? Do you mean failing Titan all those years ago? Because that seems kind of like small scale compared to what you're talking about right now. No. To me, it sounds like he is saying he ignored a destiny of this size once before.
Our destiny is to rule over all others.
Now, Thanos' age is up for debate, but I assume, much like the Asgardians, he can live for a super long time and would have known Hela pre her being imprisoned in hell. We know that lasted at least 1,500 years because Thor says he's at least 1,500 years old and he didn't even know Hela existed, so she had to be alive before he was born. Could Thanos and Hela have been about to team up at one point, but Thanos said no? Is that him ignoring his destiny? Because we all know Thanos is kept in check by Asgard, or is at least afraid to face them in combat. That's why he doesn't go for the Infinity Gauntlet until after Asgard is destroyed.
Asgard was supposed to protect us!
And what do we know Hela was imprisoned for? Trying to take over Asgard. Not only that, she totally knows what the Infinity Gauntlet is.
Fake.
How on earth does she even know what this is or that it's a fake? Was she planning on having one made for herself some 1500 plus years ago? Actually, that wouldn't surprise me. When Thanos gets to Nidavellir, they already have the mold made ahead of time. Like, why? Why did they have that unless someone at some point also wanted to have one made? Like, how did they even make the fake one that you see in the vault? Like, someone requested this. And who better to make such a request than the people who protect the Forge and have had weapons made there before? Hela. Now you might be thinking, couldn't Hela just do this herself? Does she even need Thanos? And you might be right, but literally the first thing she does when she gets back to Asgard is hire someone to be her executioner. Like, in her mind, like, ruling is a two-person thing, and that is an important role. And who better to fill that role than Thanos? And then, of course, there's the very first time we ever see Thanos way back at the end of Avengers 1. One of the Chitauri says,
To challenge them
wait for it,
is to court death.
Court death, as in like the goddess of death, maybe? Like, yes, isn't all of this just coming totally full circle? Hela is searching for her destiny. Thanos says he is destiny. He abandoned his chance to do this with her years ago, probably because she was a little bit cuckoo back then, and maybe she still is, but now he regrets it and nothing is standing in his way. And after all, didn't just every single thing that happened in Ragnarok pave the way for Thanos to go and grab the Infinity Gauntlet? And didn't Hela cause all of the things to happen in Ragnarok? Thanos can totally bring her back if he wants to, and they can start conquering the universe. They're just such a perfect match made in hell. Guys, my question for you and everyone else is, what do you think? Will Hela make a return, and will she team up with Thanos and together take on the rest of the universe? Let me know your thoughts in the towel section down below. These socks are amazing! You guys know how much we love Easter eggs, and we considered that when we were designing our coffee bags. They are just littered with things for you to find, but you're not gonna find them unless you order one today at CarlinBrothersCoffee.com. Guys, thanks so much as always for watching. Please remember to like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe so you don't miss any future Marvel action from us. If you want to see how maybe Loki is still alive, you can check out this video right here. Or if you want to see how Thor's new eye might just work, you can check out this video right here. But Ben, that's all I've got for you today, man. I will see you in another life, brother.